evening, good evening, good evening. Welcome to Build Your Best Life with Coach Deborah D. Smith. I am super excited to have you here today, along with my guest, Raphael Roker. Hi, Raphael.
Hello, it's so good to be back with family. I don't just consider y'all friends, I consider y'all family.
All right, that's what I love to hear. We are excited to have you here today. And as you know, I believe it is better to train early rather than to fix later. So as we go into almost finished with the month of September, actually, our theme this month has been grow opportunities and launch success, all about goals. And as we have goals, it takes, it's like you just mentioned, family, it's community, it's everything, but it takes a group of people. So, what we're going to be talking about today is my friend and my brother, my friend and my brother. So, we would appreciate it if you could all just come on in here, like and share as we prepare to get started. Welcome, Catherine Trotter, Agnes Copeland. Hi, Deacon Holmes, Dan Smith. Thank you all for tuning in. And we hope that you enjoy this segment of Build Your Best Life. Hi, Brittany. Thank you for tuning in because we are excited about it. My friend and my brother, and we're talking about associates. And as Raphael mentioned before, he's been here before, so we are super excited to have him back. It's always a pleasure. So, Raphael, for those of you who have not met you before, could you please tell us all about yourself?
Yes, I'm RAPHAEL ROKER, all the way originally from the Bahamas, but I'm currently in Tulsa, Oklahoma, studying at Oral Roberts University with working on my bachelor's degree in church leadership. I'm in my final year, so whoop, class of 2023. I love being on this show and just imparting wisdom with you all and also learning from Coach Smith. So it's always good to be here.
Yes, and we are super excited to have you here. You know, in Proverbs 18:24, it states, a man who has friends must himself be friendly, but there is a friend who sticks closer than a brother. You know, it is essential to have people in our lives because we have to coexist with family members, classmates, employers, employees, professionals, peers. And sometimes we will find that friends can be even closer than some family members. Now,
That's
Raphael,
true.
is there anyone that you feel as close to as a blood family member in your life? And please explain, besides me, of course.
Yeah, I know, right? Yes. But yes, I have a friend and I met him at my former college in Ohio. And it's just like a divine connection. Like it wasn't a hard connection. It wasn't nothing hard to build. We just clicked just like that. And literally automatically we became like family. Like his family took me in when I met his parents. His grandparents took me in when I met them. We would always go out together. We would hang around each other. I would visit um where he lives. He hasn't visited the Bahamas yet, but we're gonna work on that. But we've always been around each other. And like you said in that verse, it didn't just take one person being friendly. It took both of us being friendly, being able to want to connect with other people, wanting to network with each other, because we understand that the where I'm going, I can't go on that journey by myself. So God has to place people in my path to help push me into my destiny. And also, I'm a part of his journey too. So I'm also helping to push him into the place where God has called him to be. So he is like family, and we both share the same sentiment. Literally everything about each other. We know we're able to pray with each other. We're able to vent to each other, and we're just there for each other. And sometimes, like you said, like you can't find that in family, but God places people in your lives to be that for you.
Yes, he most certainly will do that. I know since my journey through the effective living community, I have met so many wonderful friends, and some of them now I feel like they're my sisters, my daughters, and most of these people I have not even met in person, but it's
Right.
just as strong of a bond with them. And as we select the different people in our lives, or they select us, I believe that there are certain qualities or essentials to ensure that the relationship will be like maybe not one-sided, it won't be
Right.
toxic, it won't be risky. Um, but I think that one necessary attribute, and this is just my opinion, is
Yeah.
that we do need to look at a person's character,
Yes.
because, understanding, we don't get to select our blood family members, but we do get to select other
Yeah.
people. And, there's a difference in, I guess, a person's personality and their character.
Yes.
So, do you believe it is crucial to get to know the character of someone before forming an alliance? Please explain.
Yes, I believe that it's so important. Like you said, I like what you said, that we are born into our family, but God has given us the ability to choose our friends. And He has given us the ability to have a standard and to have a criteria on what we would expect one to be in our lives and for us. So, yes, character is of utmost importance to me, because you need someone that you can trust and be vulnerable with without hearing about it again, because that's what a friend is. A friend is going to be around you 24/7. They see your highs, they see your lows, especially for us in ministry. They may see us in church, but they also have that exclusive, that exclusive time with us behind closed doors.
Right.
So, we need someone that who can understand that we are too are still human beings. And when our human nature, rises up sometimes, we need them to be able to have that maturity and ability to not have to blab it out, or have to say, oh, you're not a believer, you're not saved, and all this different things like that. So it's important for us to do our investigation when it comes to a person's character. And that's why building a friendship and building a bond is a process. It's some
Right.
processes may be longer than others, because you have to test out, see how they interact with their other friends. you know when
Good.
when they talk to you, ask them about their friend group, or if there's anybody that they're no longer friends with, and why. you know that's important. And you can always tell, when they begin to talk about those stories, if they're in the wrong, or if that person is in the wrong. You can always, tell, because some people may just want to, oh, they're the victim in the whole situation, and not mature enough to understand that it takes two. It takes both persons to break a friendship or to break a bond. It's two-sided. It's not just one person. So there's that aspect, and we need to understand their past history with friendships, because sometimes people just want to be friends with you for what you have, for your influence, just to gain certain things. So it's important to do our investigations.
Yes, that is so true. I know, I met someone, and, of course, I didn't ask anybody any questions. I was going to draw my own
Right.
observation and everything. So I was like thinking one way, just, pleasant and everything. And then I began to hear, well, they didn't get along with this person.
Hmm.
Like, okay, that's okay. Then
Right.
they
It
don't get
happened.
along with this person. They don't get along with that person. They don't get along with their sister. They don't get along with their brother. I'm like, wait a minute, they don't get along with anybody now. Is that, what's the common denominator here?
Yes.
So then that makes you go like, oh,
Oh, what's
makes you
going
go
on?
leery. So and I think it was last year I was doing some research on relationships, and it was saying, people will say, you meet somebody, say, oh, that's my friend. Immediately, that's my friend. But it was saying how it takes so many, I think it was like 20 hours or whatever just to
Wow.
say you're somebody's peer, but then
Yes.
it takes 20 plus 50 just to say that you're close to them.
Yes.
It's 20 plus that plus a 200 to say you might be friends, and then a close friends, you got to add a bunch more time
Yes.
to that. So you don't just get to know people and be
Right.
their friends overnight.
Exactly. Exactly. It takes time to build that.
Yeah. Well, I think that many people do lots of great things. We tend to hear more of when someone does something wrong or whatever. But I think that it is important as well to celebrate people when they succeed or when they do something. It's like a child when they go to school and they've been struggling with that D and they make that C. You don't say, "Oh, so you made a C this time? Oh, you did better."
Right.
That is awesome. I am so happy that
Yes.
you're doing better. And we need to celebrate everybody for what they do. Give people accolades while we can give
Yes.
them to them. It just means so much. And sometimes I think people feel like if they celebrate someone that's taking something from themselves, and I don't believe that.
No.
So, in your opinion, is it essential to celebrate others for whatever they may do, something big or small?
Yes, I saw a post on Instagram the other day where it says that as friends, we ought to be each other's greatest cheerleaders. If
Mhm.
nobody else supports them, we should be the first ones. And I, excuse me, make that a habit in always celebrating my friends. It doesn't have to be anything grand, it doesn't have to be anything big. We always have to celebrate each other because everybody is going through something and we don't know what it took for them to reach that point, to reach that level. It's not worrying about, oh, we think that they could have done more. We may think that, but we don't know the circumstances of how the things that they had to endure, the obstacles that they would have had to overcome to reach that point. So I think that we should always celebrate them, that yes, they are a friend, but we only have met them at a certain level. We only met them at this point. We weren't there in their past, we weren't there the years back to really understand how big and how major this is. And like I said, we don't know what they're going through and who all is supporting them. So at least we should always make it a point to be their greatest cheerleader. It's taking nothing from us to do that. Wouldn't we want people to celebrate us? So why don't we want to celebrate others? And this is why it's important too, to during those times of celebration, to see that friend's reaction. Are they
Mhm.
becoming envious? Are they becoming jealous? I remember a post on Facebook was like, when people get silent when you start to talk about their achievements, that's a red flag. They were talking all this time, but you say now, oh, I'm about to graduate. Oh, okay, that's
Mhm.
cool. Right? They just brush it off. So those things are red flags, but we have to make it a point to always celebrate others' achievements, lift them up, and encourage them in every step
Yes.
of the way, because those things matters, and we are impacting their lives and encouraging them that they can go on and they can achieve greater things because they know that they have someone there that is cheering them on and that stands with them in the good, in the bad, in the ups, in the downs, in the mountains, and in the valleys. That they have someone, their family may not be there to celebrate with them. I think about people in college who live thousands of miles away. Their family members can't be there, but thank God they have friends here at university that is able to celebrate them, and that means so much to them. So the
Yeah.
being a friend and celebrating each other is so impactful, and we may never know the true impact of what it means to celebrate each other, but it's
Yes.
important that we must do it.
Yeah, that is so good and that is so important. You know, that was just like when you said you graduated in 2023. I was like, yay! And that was sincere. I am so happy. I am
Yeah.
always happy to see someone achieve anything. But
Yes.
you're talking about you're getting ready to get that degree.
Yes.
How exciting is that? And you
Yes.
better let me know.
Yes.
Remind me next year.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, because like on my platform, I was kind of like disappointed earlier this year when we had so many people graduating.
Right.
And each Friday, I wanted to celebrate someone, and I would send messages to the different parents and
Right.
say, "Send me a picture and some information on your child. I would like to
Right.
celebrate them." And it was so many that did not.
Wow.
And not only was I celebrating them on my website, but I was sending them a little love as well.
Right. Right. Right.
I was just so disappointed. But
Wow.
but I think it is nice, and anybody that you say is your friend, you're not
Yes.
jealous or
Yes.
envious of them because they achieve something. And like you
Yes.
said, you never know what somebody has been through to get through
Yes.
that point. You know. So that is amazing. Hello, Angela Ashley. Thank you so much for tuning in,
Yes.
sis. All right, we're talking about these associations, and we get along with people, we love on people. We know that everybody is not good for us,
Right.
but so can you tell us, give us your perspective of possible outcomes that can happen from hanging with the wrong brother or peers.
Yes.
So you say.
Well, I've heard this adage which says that when you do something for a long period of time, you become that thing. So if you're around negative people, if you're around the wrong company, no matter how strong you think you are, those characteristics from those other persons, those personality traits, whatever they're doing, it slowly creeps in and it becomes a part of your life. I could imagine if you placed an eagle around chickens, eventually that eagle will think it's a chicken because
Mhm.
that's all that they're surrounded by. They forget they could fly
Right.
because all they see is chickens on the ground and they think that, oh, this is normal. This is something that I should be doing. Bad company, the Bible also talks about bad company and how it corrupts us and how it negatively impacts us. So we have to be careful and watch who we hang around with because they will eventually become a part of us, and we don't really want that. We don't want to be where they are. If anything, we should be encouraging them and influencing them. And some people be like, oh, I'm only their friend because I'm there to help them. But eventually they aren't the persons being helped. They're the persons being influenced by that person they thought they were going to influence. So it's really important for us to really guard who we allow in and where we go, who we interact with. It's not a thing that we're better than other people, but we know that person. We know the things that they're into. So why would we want to constantly surround ourselves with them? Because we're going to be dragged down with them. But God wants us to, be at a different level. So we can't allow, if God called us to be eagles, we shouldn't be, hanging around with pigeons.
That's right.
So yes.
That is right. Because they will try to do what? Drag you down.
Yes, yes. Drag you down as far as they can. Because oftentimes those people may be jealous of you, you
Mhm.
know. Oh, you think you're better than me because you're going to college. Oh, you think you're better than me because you did this and that. So when we hanging around with them, oh yeah, we want you to be a part of us. You're cool just like us. But they already have it in their mind that they don't want to be anything in life. So as much people as they can drag down with them, they're like, yes, yes, yes. But we're so blinded to think that they really care about us when they really don't have our best interests at heart.
Yes, that's right. I mean, and sometimes it's to me, it's some of the silliest things,
Yeah.
like I know in high school when kids begin to get in middle school, high school, and you may be friends with someone, but then that person has like goals and
Yes.
aspirations. They want to go to college, so they're studying, they're making good grades.
Yeah.
Then their friends will start making fun of them.
Yeah.
Oh, you're a geek. You know,
Yes. Right.
what is that to make fun of
I
somebody that's
know.
making A's? Really?
I've heard it all. Literally, I've heard it all. But listen, I was just like, well, at least I'm trying to do something, you know. And
Yeah.
it can be discouraging sometimes when people talk about you and people try to bring you down. But when your eyes is on the prize, when your eyes is on the goal, you just shake those things off and you just keep moving forward and surrounding yourselves with people. And that's why it's also important to surround yourself with the right people, because when those negative people want to try to bring us down, we have our group of friends who reaffirm who we are, reaffirm our potential, reaffirm our destiny, and reaffirm our identity.
That's right. And we got Sister Trotter on here.
Yes.
Um, our new, she's in now. She's in the grandma club. Yay!
Woo! Yes, congratulations.
And she says,
Awesome.
yes, we have to watch the company we keep or who we allow into our inner circles. And that
Yes.
is so right. And I don't care what age you are. That happens when you're young,
Yes.
and older people, you would think they would get mature and stop stuff like that, but it continues.
Yes, it truly does.
Yeah. And these broadcasts, I don't want them to be all one-sided, negative,
Right.
positive. So a little positive here. Can you give our audience, especially your peers, maybe 5 tips or so on selecting the correct type of association, and include those who you might invite into your circle? Some of those tips.
Yes. So number one is to know who you are, because your self-esteem will determine your attractions. I
Mhm.
believe that when you know who you are, that plays a part in the people that you want to hang around with or who you desire to be inside your life. Because if you have low self-esteem, that means anybody that says, hey, I want to be a friend, you're not doing any background checks, you're not doing any investigations. You just accepting anybody because you don't know who you are and you just want that acceptance from other people. So it's important to know who you are. Number two, if you're the smartest person in your circle, then that's a problem. You need to find people who add value to you. We all need to be around people who add value to who we are. We can't be the only smartest. When I talked about being influenced by other people, so if I'm the only smartest one aside my friend group, then eventually I'm gonna lower my standard and lower myself to accommodate those around me because I'm the odd duck, because I'm the smartest one. But no, when you surround yourselves with people who are at a greater level than you, then you are able to glean from them, and then you are able to impart it to those who may be under you. So it's like a top tier. You have those who add value to you, then it's you, and then you are able to impart that same knowledge to the rest of the persons within your circle, because it's an exchange that's going on here
Mhm.
in friendships.
Yeah.
We must make sure that there is an understanding on both ends to know expectations. We need to know how to place people, because though we have friends, we all have those categories of friends. We have church friends, we have school friends, we have a friend to talk to when we have problems, we have a friend who we can call on if we have any DIYs or fixer upper things within, that we need done. So it's important to have that expectation and understanding on both ends that, hey, we are friends, but this is this kind of friendship, or this is what I expect within this friendship. Because you don't want to feel low or feel bad because there wasn't an understanding of expectations, and now you're feeling like, well, this person doesn't check for me, or this person doesn't do this for me, or I feel as if it's one-sided, but there wasn't a communication of expectations that we both can agree on. Number four, to check the integrity of that individual, like I talked about earlier, knowing who they are beyond what we are seeing, doing the due diligence and who we are, not being so quick to call someone our friend, but allowing time to reveal and to unpack who that individual is. That's really important. That's really important. Check the integrity of that individual. And I'm reminded of, Jesus. Jesus had hundreds of disciples, people that followed him. He had 12 disciples, but then he had three people in his inner circle.
Mhm.
He had twelve disciples, but there were three that were really close to him. And Judas wasn't a part of that because we know why. You know why he wasn't a part of that inner circle. He was a disciple, but he wasn't a part of that inner circle. Which brings me to that my last point, which is loyalty. Ensuring that there is a covenant of loyalty between both of you, because loyalty is something that is so rare today, because people are just becoming friends just for their own sake and not for the person themselves. It's about what I can get from you and not what we can give each other and how we can add value to each other. Loyalty goes beyond what we receive from a person. It's being there, picking them up when they're down. If there is a disagreement, you know what loyalty say? Like the Bible says, come now, let us reason together. Let us talk this thing out. Let us try to have an understanding. We're trying to save this friendship. There's a disagreement, but we're mature enough to talk things out, to know where was the disconnect. Because sometimes nowadays you have a disagreement and they talk about you. Yeah, I gave him my shirt to wear at that party. I gave her money to do such and such, and all of your business is on the air because there's a lack of loyalty, and loyalty takes time. It starts with the little stuff. It starts with the little things that we can pick up and see, oh, this person is not loyal in this area. you know Certain things that, if we observe, and that's important for us, I guess that could be number 6, is to be very observant. To be very observant, to really take time to watch and to pay attention, because it's the little things. Like the Bible says, it's the little leaven that leavens the whole lump. It's the little foxes that spoil the vine. So it's those little things we that goes over our heads that will really fester up into something much deeper and detrimental to the friendship. So it's very important. Like me, I am very, very observant. Anytime I go to a new place, I am not really connected in a sense because I'm observing the environment. I'm
Mhm.
observing every detail, every aspect of where I'm at, really feeling things out to know, you know, how should I respond in this? Yes, people may be doing such and such, but how should I respond, me as an individual, within this environment, with friend groups? When we're out, I'm really, often, most times I'll say, I'm very quiet, I'm very observant at the table. I'm listening to the kind of conversations
Mm.
that's happening at the table, because if they're talking about other people and these type of stuff, then chances are that when I'm not at the table, there's a conversation happening about me.
Mm.
So I'm listening to the different conversations. I'm listening to what is being done. I'm watching for body language. When I'm
Mm.
at the table, how are they responding to me being at the table? If I say something, how am I responding? If other people may be reacting to something that I say, how is that other person responding? Are they acting like, oh well, he wasn't even that funny, or he didn't even say nothing that good? But we're watching for those body languages and how people respond, to certain things. When food is as little as food, when food is being brought to the table, is that person quick to eat, or they're asking, well, should I wait till everyone's food come out before I start eating, or do y'all mind if I start eating and not just gobbling down while the rest of the friends are waiting, while we're all waiting for our food? It's those types of things. If everybody's walking, if we're all walking together and I'm at a slower pace and everybody is ahead, and nobody checks to, well, hey, where did he go? Is he okay? Those type of things that we should be looking for. Hey, I'll come walk with you. I see that you're at a slower pace. I'll come walk with you while everybody goes ahead. At least you have someone there with you,
Right.
because things can happen.
Yes.
So those type of things that we should be looking for.
Oh my goodness. Whew. These you gave some awesome tips, Raphael. I tell you.
Praise the Lord.
Let's see. Number one, know who you are.
Yeah.
Two, if you're the smartest in the circle in your group, that's a problem.
Yeah.
Make number three, make sure both ends know the expectations of the
Yes.
other. And then let's see. So then Sister Trotter said, uh, yes, hang with people who add value to your life. It's about growing and learning from others to become a better you. I love it.
Yes.
Awesome. Um, what did I leave off? Number four, check the integrity of that individual. Number five, loyalty, ensuring there is a covenant of
Yes.
loyalty between you two.
Yes.
Wow. Raphael, some of this stuff a preach.
Yes. Yes.
Then Catherine said, loyalty, that is a word not used much today. And you are so
So
right.
true.
But I can tell you now, that sister right there, all that you was talking about in that last point, that's her.
Yes, that's
That's her
awesome.
right there.
That's good.
And number six, be very observant. She is a sweetie. But I love everything. I'm not going to even try to repeat what you said when you were talking about number six. But all of that was so good. That was some good meat right there.
Praise the
I
Lord.
mean, even down to, not caring. Where's my brother?
Yes.
Everybody up ahead laughing and
Yes.
talking. Somebody's missing. Wait a
Yes.
minute. Now, what if nobody missed that person that was in the bag?
Yes.
Wow. That's awesome. Thank you so much for those tips. Those are great. And thank you for the engagement, Sister Trotter.
Yes, we love that.
Yes. So, do you have any those nuggets were so good? You have any closing thoughts or anything else you want to add as we talk about the importance of those people that we associate with and those people in our families? That I have to say, I am glad I am part of your family.
Yes, 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 yes. It's such a pleasure. I'm glad to be a part of yours too. I'm so glad for this connection.
Yes.
As we close, one of the things that I want to say is that the things that we're looking for in other people, let us first become those things. I think that's important because as we're looking for friends, as we're looking for people to be in our lives, I think we often have this list on who they should be and what they should do for us. But what are we doing? How are we preparing ourselves to be that kind of friend that we're looking for? Because again, it's not just one-sided. It takes both. So like the Bible says, if we're looking for friends, we must first show ourselves friendly. So we must first faster and work on those virtues and those different aspects and characteristics that we want other people to have, so that there can be an effective friendship. Because it just can't just we can't just be having these lists on what we, oh, friends today aren't loyal, friends today aren't trustworthy. But are we loyal? Are we trustworthy? So we have to remember those things and work on those things ourselves, so that we can be the best friend that we're looking for to someone else.
Oh, thank you so much. This has been so awesome. And this is why I continue to say, you got to come back.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. It's good.
Because you always bring so much insight. And, my platform is for young men, and you are a young man, and
Praise the
you
Lord.
are, showing them, this is what it's all about, so I really appreciate it.
It's a pleasure.
Yes, thank you so much. So, and thank everyone for tuning in.
Yes,
Thank
we
you so
love online
much.
viewers.
Yeah, we appreciate it. And please tune in Thursday. Thursday, we are going to be talking about set yourself up. Set yourself up. So you got to come back and check us out,
Yes,
see what we're talking about. Excuse me. Please visit my website, which is www.buildyourbestlife.org. www.buildyourbestlife.org. Find out about what is going on in our calendar of events. Our next big event is coming up in mid-November. That's our Grateful event that we have each year. But you can always look on my calendar of events. You can find out more about Build Your Best Life. You can read my blog that comes out each Monday. You can also find out the services that I offer, which is coaching, consultation, speaking, webinar speaking, and you can get an autographed copy of my book, Build Your Best Life. This book will help all of our young men, parents, educators, preachers, mentors, everyone to learn more basic principles about and teach them as well to our sons, neighbors, grandsons, anyone that can benefit from overcoming obstacles and build their best lives. And that is a lot of people. So I beg you to please share this information, share my website. All the videos are always up, they never come down. As well, I post on social media 3 times daily, Monday through Friday, and it's always something to assist our young men. So, again, thank you all so very much for tuning in. And Raphael, thank you so much
it's
for
a pleasure.
always sharing when you have time. I know you're very, very busy, and I want you to keep up the good work.
Thank
And
you
I'll
so
be
much.
waiting for my invitation next year.
Yes, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
All right. And everybody out there, please pray for Raphael because I know he's going to do wonderful things in the earth for God. So please
Praise the
continue
Lord.
to hold him up in your prayers.
Yes, thank you.
And everyone, as you travel on your road to being a better you, there will be distractions, rough terrain, and pitfalls. Don't let any of those negative aspects of your journey stop you. Though they may slow you down, keep going to be a better you so that you can build your best life. And remember, building your best life is our business. That's not a slogan, it's our commitment. I love you. Be blessed. Stay safe out there. See you next time, Raphael. Enjoy the
Yes,
rest of your day. Bye bye.
thank you.